Okay, we're trying this. Mental health professional, and I wrote down some stories about my experiences, and I'm going to share. Right now, I have a few I'm going to share. This one is called The Seduction of Power. A dark, gloomy winter's night at one of the most prestigious psychiatric hospitals in the world, 20 miles outside of Boston. Only the rich and the connected would get in there. But since they were psychotic, it made an interesting mix of rich and connected, clinically diagnosed psychosis. As a counselor trying to keep the peace on the bipolar schizophrenia ward, I was in the middle of a challenging game of chess with an MIT professor that arrived a few months earlier. After watching a movie, he believed his fellow professor in neurology was stealing his ideas. Thus he had a normal psychotic break and beat the man with a baseball bat. He didn't kill him, but the man survived. However, all I could think of now was the fact that he left his bishop vulnerable. I had checkmate in 2 moves. So that's part one. I have a lot of stories. I can talk in depth about so many psychiatric experiences, 20 years in the field, and if people want to know what it's like without losing, what if you, without any confidentiality broken or anything like that, if you want to know what it's like behind closed doors, psychiatric ward, I have some little tidbits that I wrote down, and then I can also expand on them. Let's see how this goes. Um, I worked as a psychiatric counselor in the acute bipolar and schizophrenia ward in a hospital outside of Boston. That's one of the best hospitals in the world. It's been featured in CNN, all that stuff. Amongst other hospitals, work with all kinds of um, populations, regular adult. I work with adolescent teen girls, and I worked with, now I'm in a nursing home with elderly. And so many stories, so many captivating characters. I want to write a book, and that's what this is starting to be, but it's not just a book. I think there's an outlet for people to just hit on and say, ooh, I want to see what it's like to be inside a psychiatric ward, I should say, acute psychiatric ward. If you're interested in what goes on, leave a comment, tell me, and I can get really deep. And maybe we could do a live stream, whatever. I'll take questions, whatever. It's an open book. This is my first thing that I'm doing with this. But together with me and saying comments that you guys want to know more, we can potentially shape the way mental health is being done. We can innovate together. And that's ultimately my goal, because there's powers in numbers. And if we can show that there is a desire for change, because I'm going to tell you, there needs to be change, and a desire to look at mentally ill people with glory, with not stigmatism, but but excitement at the creativity they have, the world will be a different place. Let's see.